Hey guys, welcome back to Volante TV. Welcome to our late night catch up live. Okay, so I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting up until now, and I'm just so grateful that up until today you're still with me, even though there are days that I skip uploading, or there are days that I just can't upload because of time constraint or um, of copyright reasons. But nevertheless, thank you for sticking by. I know we can go further with your support at the same time. So I'm going to be telling you right now that um, by the end of May, especially on the first, by the start of June, we will be featuring another artist aside from Julian. But of course, Julian, hindi pwedeng mawala yan sa ating listahan. All right? So there are things that I'll be doing, and well, for this week, I have prepared um, reactions for international collaborations of Julian, the tidal wave, and of course, the not impressed. So I'll be making a reaction to that. Just wait for the uploads already. So here we go. Guys, anyway, wala ba rin napapansin sobrang init na ng panahon ngayon? Grabe, di ba? Ako, nasa loob ako ng room ko ngayon pero pinagpapawisan pa ako even though nakaharap sa akin yung electric fan. Grabe yung init, yung heat index. Wow. Kaya I'm sure maraming mga hospital naman because of high blood, tapos hypertension, yung mga ganun. And hopefully it wouldn't be declared as COVID. Because what happens, right, in the Philippines, um, they actually declared every person confined or um, in the hospital as COVID patients. That's kind of sad though, and it's kind of alarming. And it's not helping the society and our community as of the moment. Welcome, hi, welcome to Kung Sino Man Yan. Hi, Marfel, how are you? How's your teaching for the past few weeks that since we last you know since we started our catch up with Boysie Alina? How are you? Uh, okay. Naririnig mo ako, Marfiel? Doing paano mo sa end of the school year? Congrats! Congrats, congrats, congrats. Nice. So the end of school year, May? Or so balik, ganun pa rin yung setup sa school? Like June yung start? Okay. I thought yung start is August or October. Hello to the other person, kung sino ka man. Welcome to my live. You may comment down below. Marfil, would you like to join me sa dito sa live? Okay. So private and public schools have different school calendar. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, I really believe put user in timeout. Okay. So, Marfel, how does COVID-19 affects your teaching right now? How do you cope with it, Char? Guest, invite a guest, copy to clipboard, copy it, okay? Wait, post a comment. Let guest, invite a guest, copy to clipboard, post a comment. Ha? Bakit di ako bakit? Select all, copy. Okay, layout, post a comment. Ayun, there you go. It's a bit hard since the pandemic started. So yeah, hey, maybe you want me to join here sa ating live if you want to. You can click the link, so that would direct you to the stream. Somebody said to taking chances. Somebody said on the edge, never dreaming life can get so low. Okay, so while waiting for Marfiel to get into our live, so we will be talking about school, summer, and how COVID affects the trajectory of the course of the education in the Philippines. Since Marfiel is a teacher, so we might want to learn. You know, we will learn something tonight. Click mo lang yan, Marv. Ayan. So Marfiel is already here. Where? Add to stream. Okay. Hi, Marfel.
Hello po. Good evening.
Good evening. Ganda-ganda mo tonight, ah. Wow. So, how are you? Pakilala ka naman sa ating mga audience kung kung may nakikinig diyan.
Hello po. Good evening po. Kayo po,
What do you
kamusta naman po?
Ako, medyo medyo stressed lang the past few days dahil hindi ako nakakapag-upload dahil sa copyright na mga issues. But I'm okay. I'm alive and well, and thank you for asking. How's the school today? How's your students?
Actually, we're ending na. So, for completion na lang for this coming weeks. So, no need to meet the students online. So, ayun. They're
Oh,
just submitting the requirements.
okay. So, 'di ba yung um how do you go about distribution of the yung parang topics or classes? Do you go to your student's house ba para idala yung mga modules? How do you do it?
Actually, we didn't use ano kasi hard copies. So soft copies kami.
Ah,
So through email. So we post it in the Google Classroom or the specific platform that we're using in our classes. So we're posting the activities there. They're going to answer it on the classroom and then submit it as well. So
i- i-
that's how it
iba
is.
Mayaman yung school.
Medyo mas mahirap po siya. Actually, much better if it's hard copy rather than the soft copy kasi medyo mas double task kasi hindi
Mhm.
kami under ng government. So, our module is, kumbaga, from scratch talaga. We're the one who's creating our own module every lesson.
Oh. So, parang nagagamit pala talaga yung brain cells ninyo diyan?
Ay, yes. So, kasi we have to make the classroom alive pa din. Like the same, they're nothing, kumbaga, different naman, kumbaga, before on the face-to-face and then on the online class. So,
Okay.
yun.
Wow. So far, how's your students naman responding to the situation? Ano yung mga anong grade ang tinuturuan mo?
Actually, I'm teaching computer from grades 3, 4, and 5. And then
Okay.
science for, yun, I've handled 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then senior high, which is grade 11.
Grabe ang dami. Ang dami mo palang tinuturuang grades.
Oo, magkakaiba. Kaya jump, jump. Kasi maliit tas malaki eh.
Yeah, grabe. So, paano yan? How do you balance time? Nagkaka-love life ka pa ba niyan?
Actually, nakakatuwa nga sa mga student ko. Very, ano sila, cooperative. Lalo na pag interactive yung lesson. Actually, ako,
Ah,
I really make sure that they will interact on the lesson. They will not
okay.
just listen. Kasi pag listening lang, hindi, kumbaga, as a teacher, you don't have any assurance if
Totoo.
they're still remembering the words or
Yeah,
diba, yung mga topics na na dinidiscuss mo during the online class. So, ayun, more on application talaga po ako.
yeah. So there has to be a practical application. So the learning and listening process could be in full, 'di ba?
Yes po. Most especially sa computer kasi medyo mas maliliit yung tinuturuan. So, kapag computer po kasi and then hindi nila na hands-on or hindi sila yung gumagawa, hindi nila na-apply. So, parang sila based on ano lang. So, I do application. They will open their software. They're going to do kumbaga, I will tell them the steps and then they will follow it. So, they have to create
Okay.
their own. So, yun. So, application po talaga. Direct application po yung ginagawa ko sa computer po.
Okay. Anyway, since we're talking about this, how long have you been teaching now?
Actually, if counting po dun sa last na center, actually, it's a learning center before. 3 years and then 2 years here. So, total of 5 years. Then,
Okay, what do you mean by learning center? Is it like a DSWD thing or what?
actually, ano siya, parang daycare center po. So, I also handled
Mm.
preschoolers, yung mga talagang as in no read,
Wow!
no write po.
Galing.
Pero
Galing.
big thing din po kasi yun kasi nakakapag-jump talaga and kumbaga it's not hard for me to adjust dun sa mga
Totoo.
student sa level.
Totoo. My sister is also a teacher. She's actually a mathematics teacher sa high school. Um, you know, I can only imagine yung pinagdadaanan ninyo kasi when I was in the province, nakikita ko yung sister ko aligaga sa mga modules tapos dinadrive ko kasi siya kung saan yung estudyante niya. So, i-drive ko siya para mag-deliver ng mga modules. So,
Mm.
I know it was time consuming tapos sometimes medyo nakakapagod talaga siya kasi minsan inaabot na kami sa pagde-deliver ng modules ng 8 or 9 PM.
Ang tagal nga.
Oo.
Yun nga.
So ikaw, um, how do you how do you prepare for this since very unprecedented siya, hindi natin siya in-expect. How do you prepare mentally this time? Kasi it's very important eh. maybe may mga teacher na makakapanood sa ating live tapos, they can learn from you, o, 'di ba?
Actually, preparations, actually, yun nga po, unpredictable po siya. So, very,
Mm,
parang out of nowhere, we haven't expected to happen naman po. So, ako
mm.
talaga mentally, I already prepared it. Eh. Like, I visualize it that we'll be entering a different, kumbaga, school year this coming year, 2020. And then,
Okey.
I foresee that, of course, we will be able to, kumbaga, encounter naman talaga. Siyempre adjustments, most especially sa materials, sa resources, is not the usual na blackboard and then PowerPoint lang. Kumbaga this time it's more on double ano talaga. Kumbaga double work talaga, double time paggagawa. Like module,
Mm,
preparations, and then most especially yung hours kasi yung oras kalaban mo din kasi we only given 1 hour to discuss. Actually 45 minutes is the total time that we're allowed to discuss. So medyo short time talaga po siya. So
oh, okey,
it's up to you how are you going to kumbaga wrap up your lesson in
okey.
that 45 minutes or in 1 hour.
So, within 45 minutes to 1 hour, that's per subject?
Yes po, per subject.
Hmm.
So medyo hindi siya yung katulad sa usual kasi na classroom.
Yeah, totoo. You know what? Parang yung nangyayari tuloy sa mga teachers natin sa Philippines, like the current situation, wala siyang pinagkaiba ngayon sa mga ACADSOC tutors, mga 51 Talk, 'no?
Yes,
Yung
yun.
setup.
Halos parang
Um,
ESL teachers talaga.
totoo, totoo 'yan. And kumusta naman yung mga students mo? How are they responding to the new normal sa school?
Actually, very good thing nga kasi once I do also consultations with them then. So
Okay.
regarding, for example, what are your questions or any clarifications. So ayun, nakakatuwa na nagre-respond sila. And I see naman the result when I do assessments as well
Mm,
as the way, kumbaga like, ito kasi like, I will be planning to resign already kasi yun, because of a personal reason din naman po.
okay,
And I've
okay.
already, and the company and me naman, both agree with that one. So, ayun, when I say goodbye to my students, there are students na they're really like, wag naman po, ganon, na
Oo.
miss, wait mo muna kami makagraduate bago ka umalis. So, parang
Ah,
nakakaano din po na parang, ay may effect pala ako dun sa students even though yun, na parang yun yung pinaka kumbaga great reward talaga for a teacher, for
mm,
you for your students to respond like that towards you kapag alam nilang magse-separate ways na kayo, mga ganun po. So yun.
um, that's nice. You know what? Sa sinabi mo ngayon na parang there's that part of you na parang mami-miss mo kasi may mga bata pa lang na nagkaroon ng impact na ganyan. I think bilang isang guro, habang buhay mo siyang dala-dala kasi
Of
part ka
course.
ng part ka ng proseso at paghubog ng kamalayan at pagkatuto ng bata, eh.
Yes,
Kaya
yun talaga yung
saludo.
great priceless talaga pagka ganun na yun nare-receive mo from kasi yun naman yun kasi it's between the teachers and the student talaga. So, 'di
Yeah.
ba, parang receiving and coming it from them na actually ang daming nag-message sa akin through Messenger kahit yung last year kong students, they
Ah,
also message me about when they received and when they already know na I will be resigning already and it will be my last school year. So, ayun. So, they want to see me after daw if ever there will be a GCQ kasi my junior high school kasi is wants to see me even for yun, even for the last
ah,
time. Yun.
nakakataba ng puso 'yan. So go, puntahan mo.
Yun
Mag-GGCQ
nga.
na by next week.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so trending and viral. Hi. Hi, trending and viral. I have Marfel Peniflor. She's a teacher, and we're talking about the school situation and how the students are responding to the situation, and how are the teachers right now coping with the challenge of the pandemic. How are you trending and viral?
Team
Team
Kang.
Kanguso. Oh yeah, yan. So Team Kanguso is our team. As what I've told you before. Um, I think trending and viral. Yeah, ang ganda niyo, 'di ba? Kamukha ni Reyna Nguso. So, anyway, for the past 5 years or 6 years na pagtuturo, what's that one thing na as a teacher ang pinaka nagustuhan mo?
Siguro ayan yung pinakamagandang question 'pag natatanong sa'kin. What is the parang
Okay,
yung very highlight talaga. Siguro yun
okay,
talaga, the students, my students specifically. Yung bonding ko, the memories I've got from them. And
mm,
then the bond I got also from the parents. Then
okay,
every time that I'm receiving good feedbacks from the students, that's a good, kumbaga parang para sa akin, it's very worth it. Kahit yung pagod mo for the whole year, for the whole school year, was all paid
okay,
off. Once you see them na parang kumbaga, they want, kumbaga makita mo silang gumraduate, mga gano'n. Gano'n yung mga gusto nila and fino-foresee ng mga students mo as well.
okay. That's nice. Hi, Marimar channel. Welcome to our live. I'm with Marfel. She's a teacher and from preschool, nursery up until junior high. so so she's a teacher. So yeah, kasi mataas talaga yung pagtingin ko sa mga teacher. Ma-relate ko din sa'yo. Nung high school ako, yung tumulong sa akin para makagraduate ako ng high school were teachers. Pinatuloy nila ako sa
Hmm,
bahay nila tapos nag nag nagtampo-tampo sila ng ano ba 'to, chip in sila ng do you have ano daw, do you have a channel?
actually, I don't have, pero ano lang, actually ginagamit ko lang siya for watching lang talaga, eh.
Okay, okay,
Yun yung
ah,
use nung YouTube channel ko.
okay.
Pero actually before I do have a YouTube channel, pero what I did is doing yung parang mga fan-made videos for Julie lang naman before.
Okay,
So yun, pero di ko na ma-open.
okay. Hi, Ted Bear. Hello, welcome to our live. And now that I ask you, ano yung pinakamaganda bilang isang teacher, ano yung isa sa pinakamagandang nagawa ng isang student mo na hindi mo nakalimutan hanggang ngayon? Yung may student ka na ginawa 'to, tapos hindi mo makalimutan.
Actually yung ano ba, nung sinurprise talaga ako nila nung, Teacher's Day, sobrang memorable. Kasi like, yun, actually hindi naman ako nag-expect. Sabi ko nga sa kanila is, they don't have to give me anything naman. Kumbaga,
Okay.
yung kahit greeting, that's fine already. Parang no need to like, put effort like, to buy stuff naman. So,
Mhm.
ayun. So,
When was
nagulat ako.
this?
I guess hindi naman nila ako pinapansin. So, wala namang greeting. Sabi ko, baka nakalimutan. So, yun. And then, nung
Okay.
time ko sa kanila doon, yun, nag-greet sila ng sabay-sabay. And then, may binigay silang gift na,
Um,
kumbaga, pinag-anuhan nila. Abonohan, parang gano'n, hatian.
okay. Ma'am, single ka pa ba daw? Sabi ni Marimar.
Hindi po, pero dating po.
So meron na palang ano, ka-date si ma'am. Anyway, so si Ted Bear ma'am, babalik daw siya ng school.
Palabas na palabas na pala ako ng school.
Yeah. So si Ted Bear, he's a close friend of mine. We used to be mentor, trainee sa business before, and now he's doing business. Marimar, she's in abroad. She's an
Mm,
OFW sa Taiwan. And trending and viral, she's from Germany. So at least yung beauty mo, kumakalat na sa buong mundo. Ah,
pakalat-kalat ulit. Literal.
yeah. Anyway, so okay, that's one thing, no. Mega love shout out. Yes, Reyna Nguso. Pwede ikaw magbasa, Marvel. Yan.
Ayan. Hi kay Ray ng Uso. Sa mga maganda at gwapo daw.
Oh,
Hi.
yan.
Akala daw niya sa Pinas po talaga ako. Sa Pinas lang po. Sa Tondo lang po ako.
Sana mahawaan mo daw ng kagandahan si Reyna.
Parang COVID lang, no? Kung yung COVID sana, yung ano, no, nakakaganda. Marami nang no, sana ganun na lang, ano, yung COVID. Edi
Oo
okay
nga.
pa sana yung paglabas natin. Glass skin na
Ganda.
tayo.
Ganda. So, okay. Anyway, so it's really good to know na I have a teacher na nakakausap ngayon kasi isa sa pinaka underprivileged, appreciated na sektor ng gobyerno natin is yung mga teacher. So, um, hi Jean Marie's channel. May basahin mo kay Rena. Sige,
Ayan.
basahin
Ano
mo.
yung secret ni teacher? Ano ako kung hindi, ito po talaga maniwala sa hindi, di po ako ganito kaputi, di rin ako ganito kakainit. Literal po talagang from scratch. Ano po ako talaga, victim po ako ng bullying. Ayan po.
Mm, like
For,
how?
like, kasi sa itsura po talaga, physically, like, dark complexion, very nerdy po kasi talaga ako before. So, ayun po.
Mm,
Kaya talagang like kasi ako more on tutok ako sa academic. So, normally nung elementary, high school, until nung college po talaga, like victim po talaga ako ng bullying. Sobrang nung gumraduate na lang po talaga ako. And then I started working sa isang company na which is related to beauty and wellness. Doon nag-start talaga na tinuruan talaga nila na ayusin yung sarili, maging kumbaga self-love ba, gano'n. Parang
si
yan
si
po
Ted
ano,
si Ted Bear gusto daw niya ma-meet yung bully, bubugbugin daw niya. Yeah.
ay magaganda yung bully kasi. In fairness, magaganda sila. Pero yun lang, yung ugali lang hindi. Sorry.
Mm. Hi
Pero
father
actually
and
friend ko pa
son.
rin sila. Friend ko sila sa FB. Na
Mm.
actually naka-bump ko yung isa parang last time, parang gano'n. Nag-hi lang ako sa
Mm.
kanya kasi. So, yun.
Yeah. Anyway, so mag-shoutout muna tayo. Shoutout kay Father and Son RTV Vlog. So
Hi po.
si si Father and Son naman, he's making doodle artwork with his son.
Hmm.
Oo.
Hi po.
Ang ganda ng doodle artwork nila. Matulog na pala si Jean Marie. Si Jean Marie naman, nasa ano siya, sa Hong Kong. Hi, Jean Marie.
Hi po. Good
Ayan.
evening po.
So, shout out sa Team Sagad and Team Kanguso. Lalo na ang Reyna natin, na si Reyna Kanguso. Ayan. So, anyway, so since we're talking about Bulantoy TV, magkuskus pag anidoro ugma. Okay. So, anyway, Mar, since I asked you about ano yung ginawa ng student na hindi mo makalimutan at ano yung pinakagusto mo bilang isang guro. Ngayon, I want to ask you, since sabi ko nga kanina, ang ang mga guro ang isa sa pinaka-underappreciated na sektor ng gobyerno, lalo na sa panahon ngayon.
Yes.
Um, Bilang isang guro, ano yung if there's a chance for you to talk sa ating president or yung gano'n, anong sasabihin mo sa ating presidente?
Isa lang naman kasi yan eh, like, the academic first kasi, it's not really, ano eh, like, the students are trying to force that one before. But I try to explain that to my students that
Mm,
that's the selfless or the selfish thing that you're trying to, or uh, that you're asking for. Kasi, yeah, yes, of course, the student will benefit on it. But if you're going to look at the side of it, there will be a negative effect when it comes on your teachers, those educators that are, kumbaga, yun na lang yung source of their, kumbaga, yun na rin yung life nila eh, di ba? Like,
yeah,
don't, kumbaga, imagining na it will not exist in like a year, or if ever pa more than year, kung if natuloy yung academic freeze. So ang lagi ko na lang komento diyan is, for if the government, if I will be able to talk to them, is to be fair. Kasi most especially in the pandemic, the specific sector kasi na apektado is the private.
mm,
Kasi the private school are only, kumbaga, coping up with the help of yung sa tuition fees.
mhm,
Diyan na lang halos kinukuha ng private school yung support or yung
okey,
income ng
totoo,
school. But we haven't received any like support from the government when it comes on
mm,
the income. So, talagang nag-short yung school. So, yun din yung reason kaya nagkaroon din talaga ng mga like terminations on different schools. Nagbawas talaga ng teacher kasi nga because of that one na hindi na kaya magpasahod ng teachers. So, ayun lang. Kasi medyo unfair on that side, on that part. And most especially, yun din, siguro yun sa part nung sa voucher. If may
mm.
mga may idea no about sa voucher
Ano yun?
that are given to students na mga less privileged.
Okey,
Actually, yan yung problem namin last year pa. Like, they give us the students, yung mga galing ng public, they transfer it to us, and
okey,
then, kumbaga may support dapat from the government, but they haven't sent it to us. So, ang nangyari is nagamit din namin yung fund ng school on that students. So,
hmm,
nagagamit na yung tuitions ng mga bata na originally nagbabayad talaga ng tuition fee. So, we have to use the fund para mag-cope up yung mga senior high school students, which is they have the voucher. It should be dapat pagpasok is,
gets,
kumbaga barter, 'di ba? Parang palitan. Parang you have to pay para ito yung gagamitin namin sa student. Kasi yun naman talaga yung purpose of the voucher. So, ayun yung isa sa medyo failed talaga. So, yun din yung gusto kong i-suggest talaga for them to like reread and try to fix everything kasi most especially for sure online pa din itong coming school year. So, ayun, kasi marami na ring student yung mga like talagang nagko-quit kasi
mhm,
nga hindi talaga siya effective if the teacher is kumbaga very limited time, limited yung resources. So
yeah,
you have to create your own talaga from scratch. So ayun talaga yung problem na I
mhm.
think the government should really look after.
You know what? Um, I think that this is very timely and relevant the way you answer the question kasi honestly I have sentiments as well because I've seen a lot of private schools and your colleges that have closed since the start of the pandemic because like what you said there was no um stipend or support from the government. I can tell that because I've seen a lot of schools and with the voucher na sinabi mo, actually this is my first time na marinig ko siya na it's well actually dapat lang talaga na ang from students coming from public then to transfer sa private
Right.
during this situation dapat dapat may bayad. I mean susuportahan nila or babayaran nila yung school na private, tama?
Yes, yun yung agreement with
Yeah.
the DepEd. But ayun,
Hmm,
late sila lagi magbayad. So, nagagamit na namin talaga yung fund ng school because of that. So, ayun. And then, ayun siguro talaga kasi minsan like naawa din kasi kami dun sa mga students eh. Ay, hi po.
oh, ang lakas ng TV niyo po.
With 100% natural aloe vera extract para sa
Hi
gandang
po.
natural. Gandang natural with just a finger called Palmolive Naturals. Ang kinabukasan ni
Ang
Bunso,
lakas ng TV niyo, Sir Boysie.
Hi. Hi,
Hi
Marfiel.
po. Good evening din po.
Hi,
Hi,
Bran.
hi, Sir Boysie. Welcome to
Pinatay
our
ko na.
live again. Opo, thank you. Thank you. So actually, we were talking about the education system in the Philippines. Since Marvel is a teacher, so she was talking about the challenges na pinagdadaanan nila as a private teacher, tapos yung situation nila ngayon. And Boycie, how's life daw out there? Sabi ni Ryan Anguso on the comment section. Here we go.
Okay lang.
Okay.
Sabi nga sa'yo, I was born to be real and not to be perfect. Eh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, and
Um,
so how's your day today, Sir
uh,
Boycie? How was your
it's
online
okay.
teaching?
Yeah, I just finished my classes. Uh,
Okay.
ayoko na magsalita. Nahuhuli na naman ako. Para na naman ako lasing. Makikinig na lang ako sa iyo.
Okay. Yeah, so actually that's the saddest reality, Sir Boycie. Actually, I will address this to everyone na nakikinig sa ating live ngayon. Um, our education system is not prepared for the online school, for the online platform. With a lot of um fallback, um with a lot of challenges na pinagdadaanan ng mga teacher, especially sa budget ng mga private teachers. If the pandemic hindi pa rin mag-over by 2022, I think 50% or 40% na lang ang matitira sa ating mga private schools, which is a sad reality.
Yes.
Ikaw, as a private teacher, Mar, ano yung appeal mo sa mga co-teachers mo, private man or public teachers?
Actually, ang side ko po kasi talaga dyan, like, ako kasi private ako, yung tita ko is from public. So, we
Okay.
can really differentiate it eh. Like, I can see the support of the government towards them, the public,
Okay.
rather than the private. Kasi we have to really, like sa amin, sa school namin, Santa Isabel College is one of the pioneers or the oldest school in the Philippines. Pero now,
Mhm.
talagang medyo struggling po talaga, to be honest, the school. Most especially medyo bumababa na yung number of
Mhm.
enrollees, and there are a lot of students that are quitting already or like stop. Kumbaga, the parents decided to stop na lang kasi it's not really effective based on their observation. So,
Mhm.
we also see it naman na it's not really effective kasi there are students that really not that kumbaga reliable and efficient when it comes on answering and doing assessments kapag may mga activities. So, hindi siya talaga masasabing may natutunan yung student on your lesson. It's not really a basis. And then, based on my observation then when it comes on the college and institutions, kasi yung sister ko, studying in PLM.
Mhm.
Actually, hindi talaga siya effective. Medyo nag-i-struggle din sila talaga. Like, there are certain times na minsan wala silang klase, they're not doing anything, which it should be meron dapat. Kaya lang the
Mhm.
teachers having hard time kasi nga medyo may edad na din yung mga professors nila. So, medyo nahihirapan talaga sila mag-cope up dun sa resources na gagamitin when it comes on the online classes. So, ayun.
Yeah. Actually, I agree with you on the part na may natututunan man sila pero less kumpara sa practical at saka face-to-face
Yes.
na teaching and lessons. Say for example, hindi lahat naman ng modules na sinasagutan ng mga bata is bata ang sumasagot, mga
Yes,
nanay.
tama po. Yan. Hindi, tsaka sad reality din po dyan is the part wherein I know this list of students are honor students before on the
Mhm.
face-to-face. And it's very sad to see doon sa deliberations namin this school year na sobrang bumaba talaga sila. Like,
Mhm.
hindi namin alam kung ano yung personal reasons ng mga student, but kasi honor students sila, they are well-known honor students. So, nakakagulat lang and nakakasad na this time, medyo wala sila sa honors and nawala talaga sila doon sa, kumbaga, usual na routine nila siguro when it comes on studying kasi medyo wala na rin kasing very less competitive na rin yung mga students when the online classes started.
So, si nanay at si tatay na lang yung valedictorian, no? Sila na lang.
Yes.
Well, alam mo, Marfiel, no? Brand,
Opo.
that problem is also existing in the US.
Mhm.
That problem, but ang nagiging problema kasi, well, nagkakaroon ng mental parang it affects their behavior also. Yung nakakulong ka na matagal, so it affects their behavior. Plus, the problem dito sa Pilipinas really is that yung equipment natin, alam mo, sa US kasi, kompleto equipment nila. Of course, every child yata doon has his own laptop, has his own tablet, has his own phone. Pero unfortunately dito sa Pilipinas, Diyos ko, kulang-kulang ang ano. Plus, their parents, I mean, it is what it is. Their parents are not, paano ko ba sasabihin to na hindi ako mababash?
Sige lang po. Sabi niyo nga po is, you want to be honest but not perfect, so go ahead.
No. Yeah, I'll just be honest. We'll talk lang. Ang problema kasi rito sa Pilipinas, most of the students, their parents are not hindi umabot doon, if you know what I mean. Hindi umabot doon sa antas ng pag-aaral, na education. So, some parents are not equipped or capable to teach their own children. Di ba? Minsan nga yung lessons ng mga bata ngayon, ultimo yung parents hindi nila maintindihan eh. Unlike in the US, every child yata, well siguro yung mga mahihirap doon sa southern part, pero ang problema nila doon internet eh, hindi yung equipment mismo, hindi yung gadget eh. Dito sa atin, gadget eh. Yun ang problema. So, so yung problema dito ngayon, yung mga bata, nagkakaroon ng parang dysfunctional behavior na na depressed, na hanapin yung equipment, tapos yung internet, bibilin mo. Yun ang
Yeah.
problema.
Yeah. Sabi nga ng isang natin commentor na si Ted Bear. Ted Bear, he studied sa UST sa Manila. He took up he used to take up PT, and he pursued computer related degree. Sabi nga niya, the Philippine setup or the Philippine education is not prepared for online class, which I think is true.
Yes,
Which I
sobra.
think is true. You know what? Ang ganda ng topic natin ngayon. Sobra. Like
Yeah.
it's very nice.
Hindi kasi alam mo, sa US nga well, you might say they are ahead in terms of technology. Pero still, they are working on face-to-face classes, no? In fact, some of the schools there opened already. Pero ang ganda kasi ng vaccination process nila doon eh. Kaya mga bata doon nakaka-experience na ng face-to-face classes. Dito sa Pilipinas, wala eh. Masyado tayong affected by the pandemic na talagang wala tayong magawa eh. Maski anong gawin nating reklamo, ganito, ganyan, but kulang, ang dami nating kulang.
Sobra.
Okay. I just would love to disclaimer lang we're not talking about the red and the yellow here but we're talking about our listeners, this is
Yes,
about
yeah.
the exact situation right now in the
Hindi.
Philippines. Yeah. I'm just clarifying sa ating audience baka ma-pick up nila, nag-uusap sila ng red at saka pula doon or yellow. Well, Boise, I have something to say about what you said earlier. Actually, you're correct. Tama naman 'yun. Ako, it's sad to say hindi natin siya pwede magawa dito sa Philippines kasi our political system and the current political setup that we have will not allow or cannot allow these things to happen in the next few months or two. Kasi sobrang gulo ng ating system ngayon.
No. It's not political.
Yeah.
It's not political. No, hindi it's not political. It's quite unfortunate. Mapunta na tayo ng konti sa pandemic, in the in the US kasi yung vaccine rollout nila ang ganda. Pero tayo kasi yung priority natin ang baba as far as yung vaccine pagpasok. Kasi kung vaccinated na lahat, well, ma-open na yung mga classes, yung mga schools eh.
Yes.
Wala eh.
I learned it. I learned it from a doctor, a friend of mine. I get you, naintindihan kita, Sir Boysie, but the reason why we're really behind when it comes to vaccination and stuff, it's simply because the countries that are producing the vaccines have their priority list sa mga countries nag-place na ng order prior to the release of the vaccines. And the fact that we lagged behind it, medyo natagalan tayo. That's why ang maganda lang sa atin is we had a lot of choices. We have Sinovac, we have
Yes.
AstraZeneca, We have
Yeah.
Moderna, we have Pfizer, and it's just that ang priority lang sa atin, medyo behind lang tayo kumpara sa mga mayayamang
Yes.
countries. And
Yes.
that's the reason
Actually,
why.
actually, we've attended a seminar about that. Na actually ang nagsalita diyan is yung member din ng DOH which is handling that hindi pa nung time na hindi pa nabibili. So the plan there by the government was discussed on the webinar they've
Mm-hmm.
watched. Kumbaga, they let us watch.
Okay.
So they explain there on that part na kumbaga the only problem that we have is the financial talaga. We're
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
struggling financially kasi during the yung pagbili ng mga vaccine, like that very top country that bought the vaccine or reserve vaccine is Canada, which is they triple. So yung population nila, they triple the
Yeah.
reservation. So halos kung for example, sabi natin 5 million yung population nila. So possible na times 3. So that's already 15 million
Yeah.
vaccines for them. 'Di ba? So ang nangyayari daw diyan is paunahan po talaga sa
Yeah.
pagpapa-reserve. So,
Yeah.
yun.
Wh- which is which is
Yeah.
sad in the sense that that's the reality of the
That's the
current
reality.
political
Yes.
geopolitical system in the world.
Oh yeah, geopolitical system. It's not about the politics here.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. What I mean is, malaki pa ring papel ang ginagampanan ng politika or like how these things are happening right now kasi they're controlling it. It's actually we're in a bottleneck eh. Sa
Yes.
bottleneck na yan dito eh, hinahawakan tayo sa neck eh. And ang kawawa, syempre, yung ordinaryong Pinoy kasi walang idea, walang kaalam-alam. Kaya ang alam lang nila, si ganito, si ganyan. Walang nagawa. So, which is sad.
Yes. Kasi richest country talaga yung first in line. Like,
Yeah.
kasi they have the financial yes,
Don't you
there
think
na eh.
it's not simply put, it's business.
Yeah. It's still business at the same time.
It's
Pandemic
business. It's
is a
business.
business.
Ako,
Yeah.
I can never consider it political eh. Kasi um, yung business ng mga
Go ahead, Sir Boysie.
yung business ng mga pharmaceutical companies kasi of course, kung sino yung pinakamayaman, yun ang unang bibigyan.
Yes.
Di ba?
Of course. Of course.
Maski ba, kita mo in the US, kasi Democrats ngayon ang nasa posisyon, so they can get away with vaccinating everybody. Unfortunately, dito sa Pilipinas, hindi dilaw or whatever, no, wala yan eh. Problema natin talaga, we are the last in the priority list siguro, or I don't know where,
Yes.
somewhere down there, na maski anong gawin eh, maski sino ba presidente natin eh, kung talagang sa priority list eh, huli tayo, wala tayong magagawa.
Yeah.
At pag wala,
Yeah.
at hindi na vaccinate yung mga bata, wala, hindi makakapasok sa eskwela.
Mhm. The target is actually they're placing 70 million of vaccines for the Filipino and they're stretching it out to 90 million. But most of this have been doled out already by other countries. That's why we have a lot of mixes of vaccines. Hindi lang isa, hindi lang dalawa, kundi tatlo or apat. Kasi we're really on the bottom list.
Yes.
We're really in the bottom list.
Kaya kung ano yung matira, yun na yung atin.
In fact,
Yeah.
Yun.
yeah. In fact, they're even talking, they're even discussing right now whether kung iba ang brand ng first dose do sa second dose.
actually, which is kind of baka magkaroon naman ng reaction
Bakit?
kasi magkaiba yung genetic makeup eh.
Yeah, kasi nga, ayun na nga eh.
Yes, two different vaccines.
Ah,
Are, are,
kanina pa
are you
kasi
okay?
ako dal eh. Na
Yeah.
nanunuyo yung ano ko. Yeah, that's the problem.
Kasi
It's
magkaiba
okay.
talaga siya eh.
Yeah. Anyway, to wrap this, I mean, to actually get this conversation into the focus of education, since we're talking about education, so the availability of the vaccines actually can affect the startup or the physical setup of the school or the studies for this coming opening, and whether we like it or not, um, as soon as we get the vaccines for the students to get to the school for the next opening, then we can say na pwede pa natin masalba ang ibang mga students who are quitting for the private schools who are losing a lot of money because of the pandemic, 'di ba?
Yes.
And so to our teacher, Marfel, ang ganda ng insights mo kanina that you shared to everybody, and also to Sir Boysie. I like um your general mindset, and then how you put these things together to come up with that seasoned wisdom. Yan. Yan.
Nalilito ako talaga, dalawa naririnig ko eh. Tapos pag pinalabas mo to sa YouTube, mukha lang naman akong lasing.
You see?
Marfiel, I heard what you said. I heard what you said a while ago, and it's true. I have teacher friends. In fact, one friend of mine told me that it's more stressful for the teachers now than to the students. Kasi the stress that is supposed to be experienced by the students are being experienced by the parents. Okay? Now, if the parents are not capable, wala. It will affect the students at doon magkakaroon ng feeling na parang ayoko na mag-aaral. Diyos ko, may magtuturo sa akin, hindi rin naman marunong. I mean, even if kunyari, let's say the parent is a college graduate, no? Yung lessons ngayon, maski yung parents nahihirapan din intindihin eh. You know?
Yeah.
Lalo na ako, ang bobo ko sa algebra eh. Pag tinanong ako sa algebra, di ba? That's why, hindi ko alam kung so everything has to be what do you call this? The teacher, the student, and the parents. It's a cliche if we just say that they should work together. But how can they work together?
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought of that, Marfiel? How can a student or how can a teacher work together with a parent?
Yes, yan nga. Yan din po. That's one of our struggles talaga. Kasi it's between the parent and the teacher na yan. Kasi the parents was, kumbaga, they're the ones there beside their children to guide them, diba? To teach them while doing their modules or their assessments or their activities.
Yeah.
So, ayun talaga. So, struggle po talaga in a way na There are parents na talagang instead of teaching it to their children, they're the one answering it para much efficient, mas mabilis. They don't need to. So nawawalan na dun na nawawalan ng learning talaga when it comes on the students part na. So they haven't received any learnings from it.
Yeah, that's right. Ako
Gana
share ko
eh.
'yan.
Yeah.
Share ko konti about that kasi I have a lot of pamangkin sa bahay when I was in Mindanao, and then um all of us naman na nakagraduate naman kami ng college, maganda naman yung grades namin and stuff ganun. And then ang mama ko kasi siya yung gumagawa lahat ng modules ng mga pamangkin ko. So nagkaroon kami ng discussion, nag-away pa nga kami. Bakit ikaw ang sumasagot niyan? Anong matututunan ng mga pamangkin natin? Ang ginagawa ng mga pamangkin ko, naglalaro na lang sa labas. Ang mama ko ang sumasagot ng English, Filipino, mathematics. Kaya sabi ko, tapos pag tinanong ko tuloy yung pamangkin ko, anong natutunan mo? Wala maisagot sa akin. Kaya ako nagagalit. Nagagalit ako sa kanila. So ang ginagawa namin, sinabihan ko mama ko, "Ma, ikaw lang yung mag-facilitate ng kanilang modules, pero sila ang gagawa, sila ang sasagot." Ginawa namin yung setup sa bahay na hindi ikaw ang sasagot, sila ang kukuha. Pag may tanong lang na hindi nila alam, doon lang sila lalapit sa'yo, pero hindi ikaw ang sasagot.
Kasi na-experience nga po namin yan. Kasi nakita namin yung handwriting eh.
Ay,
Pagdating
ang isa pang maganda dyan, yung parents mismo sumasagot. Minsan yung mga estudyante, no, sometimes they don't trust their parents anymore eh. Alam mo kung bakit? Mali yung sagot ng parents eh.
Yes.
yes, may
Totoo. And how about like, there should be, I understand na online school is the thing because of social distancing and for our students to be safe. Pero sa akin, how about if there's an online class but within the week meron pa rin palang physical consultation with the teacher para ma-facilitate pa rin yung follow-up na learning. How about that?
Pwede po siguro.
Di ba? I mean,
yung estudyante
Pero
pupunta
parang-
sa teacher o yung teacher pupunta sa estudyante?
I'm sorry, what's that again?
Ang pupunta ba yung estudyante sa teacher o yung teacher pupunta sa estudyante?
Since ngayon sa mga areas natin ngayon, actually yung may isa kong doktor talaga na epidemiologist talaga siya. Sabi niya, as long as naka-face mask, as long as naka-face shield, tapos naghuhugas talaga ng kamay, madali lang naman talaga labanan ang COVID-19. Yung simple, basic rules lang. Face mask, huwag hawakan yung face mask, then face shield, and then hugas kamay. So, if that's possible naman, para ma-save yung oras at saka yung effort ng ating mga teachers, if there's a possibility na mag-invite ng 5 or 10 students in 1 week na pwede i-meet ng teacher, pwede i-meet ng teacher para ma-facilitate pa rin yung learning ng modules nila. I mean, I don't know if that's possible.
Ang problema naman dyan, transpo. Transpo. Paano pupunta estudyante? Buti sana kung may kotse. Kung walang kotse, magko-commute.
Kasama naman parents eh. Joke lang.
Hindi.
Pero you get what I mean, right?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah.
Uy, sa Julian, no? Sorry, ah. Yeah, yeah, I do.
Yun.
Ikaw, Mar, what do you think about that? Like meeting your students once a week to follow up their ano lang, their learning sa mga modules.
Actually, we've tried that one, pero hindi nga lang yung literal na actual, no?
Mm.
We do like, 1:1, like, direct messages, or minsan nga direct, video calls or video chats with them, rather, para mas directly dun sa parents. Kaya lang, there are parents talaga na parang very, ano talaga eh, medyo sarado na talaga yung mindset. Like, there's one time wherein I gave a student a grade already. We have a final grade. We've computed it and stuff. And then there's this parent na nag-complain bakit bumaba daw ng malaki yung student. And then I present it to her, to the parents. Why? Sabi ko, all his written works, quizzes, and even the exam is failed. So, that's the reason why he got that certain grade. Actually, hindi nga failing grade siya eh. So, ayun. And then, parang medyo ano lang kasi, na parang they need to force the teacher to give what is, kumbaga, what grade are they trying to expect. Kumbaga, parang they started at 90, kailangan pataas. So, bawal bumaba. 'Di ba? It should be still based on the performance pa din of the student. So, may mga parent pa rin talagang very hard to convince na it should be in the grading system. We're basing it on their outputs, requirements, activities, assessment. Kasi they're the one answering it eh. We're just checking it and then recording it and then compute it eventually. So, ayun.
Marfiel, question lang. Uh, before the classes, but before the the online classes, were the parents briefed about this, or were they given an orientation?
Yes po. We've given them an orientation. Kaya, actually, nag-reorientation din po kami, and we don't know why the parent are
Mhm.
still like, eventually after parang a weeks or months lang, they're going back to the same routine that they want to. So, parang nagiging useless po talaga yung orientation. Even
Ah,
though we're trying to explain it to them,
mhm.
like twice, thrice, even to the students, we do orientations as well.
Mhm. Ah,
Actually, nagkakaroon talaga ng ng deviation diyan or challenge. Why? Kasi
ah,
magkaibang ano na eh, magkaibang age group na ang tinatalakay natin diyan eh. Yung si millennial, yung Gen Z, tapos yung baby boomer, iba iba-ibang mindset to eh. So, if
mhm.
you put them together in one box, sabog. Mag-aaway talaga, magkakagulo. Kaya there has to be like a thin line amongst the age group, especially sa setup ng education natin ngayon. The reason why I'm telling you this or nasasabi ko siya kasi it's based on practical observation as a psychologist, practical psychologist, kasi yun yung nagiging work ko eh. Um so yun yung napansin ko lalo sa mga students, and then why there is a gap, learning gap sa school, lalo na sa situation natin ngayon. It's because of the age group that we have at the same time. We have a baby boomer, we have a Gen Z, and we have a millennial. So this age group have different set of principles, mindset, and perspective. Kaya boom, nagkakaroon talaga ng clash or hindi nagkakaroon ng unified solution. Yan.
Yan. And then,
That's a good idea. Unified solution. Parang sinabi mo dati, no? Once I gave a seminar sa Philippine Airlines before. Uh, I was supposed to teach 1,200 ground employees of the airport, no,
Mhm.
before it's an audit, Skytrax audit. Ngayon, how am I supposed to teach 1,200 millennials? How am I supposed to teach them to have a change in mindset as far as customer service is concerned?
True.
So what I did a little research, and the first thing I learned about millennials, you can only have their attention for 20 minutes.
Mhm.
Okay? So for 20 minutes, I have to keep them engaged. Okay?
Mhm.
And then after 20 minutes, I will crack a joke. So once I get their attention again, I'll work for another 20 minutes. You could just imagine. Um, while I'm teaching, ano, makikita mo doon, nag-cellphone na, ganon. Yung bang hindi ka na pinapakinggan.
Mhm.
Face-to-face yun, ha? Kaya minsan, nasasabi ko na lang, Iha, not unless si Jesus Christ ang tumatawag sa'yo at kukunin ka na, pwes ibaba mo, itago mo yung cellphone mo. Yung mga tipong ganon. Di ba? Di ba? Ganon yun eh.
Yeah. Kaya maraming challenge talaga ang
Maraming
finipace ang,
challenge eh.
ang
You
ating
really
mga
have to adjust.
guro. Yeah.
Kaya,
This is true. Kaya maraming challenge yung hinaharap ng ating mga guro ngayon kasi aside from the landscape that we have, the COVID situation, the restriction, the stress that we're going through because of this limited, mobility, and dagdag mo pa yung differences ng age group
yeah.
ng as in, kaya saludo tayo sa mga teachers natin who are able to go through the process and grow through the process, who are still giving the best to our students. Yes.
Alam mo, Marfiel, kailangan yata ang boses mo kamukha ng boses ko eh.
Kaya nga po eh.
Alam mo, minsan nasa boses lang yun.
Nasa boses lang po talaga yan. Kasi minsan may boses po talagang dominant voice eh.
Oo.
Yung dominant voice.
Alam mo,
Merong,
I really have to use, kasi pag hindi ka, lalamunin ka ng buhay ng estudyante mo eh.
yes po.
Yeah. So anyway, let's do shout outs muna sa ating audience kung andito pa ba sila. Shout out to Ted Bear, to
Yan.
Reynang Wuso Art and Lifestyles. Kayo, sige magbasa kayo dyan.
Yan. Trending and viral.
Paano ba
Okay.
binabasa yun? Saan binabasa? Ito.
Yeah.
Ayan, Boysie, have a drink.
Yeah.
Reynang Uso, salamat. Let's have a drink.
Yeah. So basically, I hope that your students or other people would be able to watch this because I think this is a good material na maririnig nila. This is a good collaboration. I so freaking love this.
Yes po. Kumaga knowledge din and then ideas about what is
Yeah.
the current situation.
Yeah, ang gandang-ganda pa ng teacher natin, si Sir Marfiel. Di ba, Sir? Si
Oo.
Marfiel, Sir. Di ba, Sir Boysie?
Yes! Kaya ako sumali eh.
Okay.
Oy, joke lang ha. Parang anak lang ako eh.
Watching all the way from Germany, Gotin Morgan, Reynang Uso, and Art Lifestyle. Tagay na, red wine.
Ayun na nga eh.
Okay. So anyway, I think that would be it for tonight kasi we have
Tapos na.
we have Oo. More than 1 hour. More than 1 hour na pala tayo. Oo. And hopefully, next time, maganda yung magiging takbo ng ating topic. And then, thank you sa mga nanood sa ating live and who are still with us up until now. Thank you, Sir Boysie, for coming over.
Thank you, Bran. Thank you,
Yeah.
Marfiel.
And
Thank you po.
Marfiel, thank you for sharing your experience. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and
Yes po.
what's inside your heart. Thank you. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
One day, someday.
Ah,
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Marfiel, saan ka nagtuturo?
Ako po,
Saan ka nagtuturo?
Santa Isabel po. Pero currently, I've resigned already this school year po kasi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So are we seeing Marfil with a new school or
Actually, a different field po, which is what I really want to pursue even before. Kumbaga, dream po talaga.
What?
But I
good?
don't know. I don't know if it's gonna happen this year. Maybe if it's, ayun, a different field po talaga. Na which is really my dream naman po.
Hmm. That's nice. That's nice.
Huwag mo sabihin flight attendant.
Yes po.
Um,
Flight attendant.
Yes po.
Okay.
sa- sabi sabi nga nila Marfil, if you're starting your career na you're not that rich pa and then you are supporting your family, even if you want to push your passion, but if your passion
Yes.
cannot give you,
What
money or income, proceed mo na doon sa
yes.
makakapagpabigay sa'yo ng income.
Income.
Sooner or
Yes.
later, you'll find out that your passion will give you money.
Actually, I've already sent my application and with Philippine Airlines. I
Hala.
received naman a response from them. So they're going to evaluate it pa. So currently working kumbaga looking for a job lang muna ako na for the meantime for source of income lang for this while waiting
Mm.
for the result of the evaluation.
Gamitin na natin yung power ni Sir Boysie dyan. Siyempre.
What's your height? What's your height?
5'5"
What's your height?
and a half po.
Wala kang peklat?
Wala po.
Wala? Sigurado ka?
Pinagandaan ko naman na po yan, sabi ko nga.
Okay.
Pakilagay sa resume yung reference ni Sir Boysie.
Hindi, pero talagang opo requirements ng PAL. I've got their application.
Kailangan wala kang peklat. And yung ipin mo?
Buo pa naman po.
Buo, okay.
Okay naman po, ngipin ka.
Ano height mo, Bran?
Ako, 5'5" po.
5'7" eh. 5'7" ang height.
Hindi, meron naman po akong sapatos na 3 inches. So, okay lang.
Hindi pwede.
Hindi counted.
No. Okay, ganito na. The problem right now kasi is of course the airline industry is not really good.
Yes.
And
yes.
Maybe if we get over this pandemic and the airline industry will, baka sakali, I'm not saying basta. Sige. Basta.
Yes.
Tapusin na muna natin yung pandemic.
Yes po.
All right. So we will be seeing
Yes,
our
po.
teacher Marfil flying in the skies. All right. And by the way,
Uh,
may
oh,
bago tayong member, si Ma'am Reyna Nguso Art and Lifestyle. Thank you, Ma'am Reyna, sa pagpa-member. Wow. Thank you for the
alam mo,
support.
ang motto ko dyan, start out on a flying career.
Yes. Tama.
Nag-a-apply na rin ako doon kung saan ako lilipat.
Yung buhok mo hindi pwede, bro.
Hindi,
yung,
magpapakulay ako ulit ng black.
hindi,
Oo,
you know,
papablack ko na. Kasi okay naman siguro po yung face ko, ngipin ko. Okay, per Joke lang. So
walaan
anyway,
dyan.
wala
Sige,
naman
sige.
po. Baka gusto niyo po mag-plug or magpasalamat po. Sige, Sir Boysie, gusto mag-plug
Um,
or
wala akong vlog.
Hindi.
Nakikisali lang ako sa'yo, Bran.
Okay. Anything that you want to say thank you for or like prayer or whatever?
Thank you, Lord. Hindi, ito na lang. Ito na lang. In anything that you do, be like a blind horse. When you're trying to pursue something, be a blind horse. Wala ka nakikita except that goal. Okay? And do not be distracted. Kasi once you get distracted, once nag-deviate ka ng konti, it would be very difficult for you to go back.
Yeah.
So,
True.
just focus and ganun na lang yun.
Yeah. Thank you, Sir Boysie, for isang magandang talinghaga. Thank you. So, work with the blinders. Boom.
Yeah, work with the blinders.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Boysie. How about you, Marfiel? Anything to say?
Wala naman po. Thank you lang po sa pag-invite po ulit. Dito sa live.
Hopefully, makakasama ka pa namin in the next lives natin kung merong available na tayo.
Yes po.
Buti ka, in-invite ako, hindi eh.
Okay. So anyway, to all the viewers,
Bye, guys.
thank you so much for standing by and for sticking with us throughout the whole live. And to those who are not yet a subscriber, pwede kayo magsabi. If you're not a subscriber yet,
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, if you're
ayan.
not a subscriber to Bulantoy TV, just click subscribe, click the bell button, all, and yun na yun. Okay?
Okay. Bye guys. Keep
Hindi ako pwede
safe.
mag-vlog eh.
Keep
Bye
safe
po.
and
Keep
have a
safe
good
po.
day. See you
God
soon.
bless po.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye po.
Uh,